My name is Brandon, but I go by DubK. I'm 23 years old, and I'm originally from Boston. To describe myself, probably the silliest guy you'll ever meet. I'm intense on the low, and I think it reflects in my music. My influence with music started as a young child, say around 3 or 4 years old. I grew up listening to Cyndi Lauper, Marvin Gaye, Black Box, Tupac, just all over the place. I was the atypical football jock. I was very quiet, but I played a lot of sports. I was always surrounded by music, but I didn't really do it. I just focused more on sports throughout my high school and my teenage years. I just started to take producing seriously around my junior year, so 18 years old. And that's pretty much the simple part of it. It just took off. One day I sat down and decided I'm going to learn the piano. I don't know what snapped at me. I don't know what. It's just one day I just decided to do it. It was hard at first, very difficult. Reading music is like a whole other language. But with everything in my music, it's been self-taught. I learned how to play the piano, I learned how to read music by myself. I learned all of that stuff by myself. So that's what drives me, the fact that I can always fall back on the fact that I can do it myself. I can always push myself. And that's what keeps me going through the hard times. What made me want to continue my education in the industry was a couple of factors. One, I felt like I could do it myself, so that was my inspiration. Natural curiosity for music was another inspiration as well. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, and there's been some unexpected turns since I've left AI. I've been able to use my connections that I've made here as far as landing gigs, as far as corporate audio gigs, working at shows, connecting with different artists. So I think it's been a pretty smooth ride. It's been some bumps in the road, but it's been pretty smooth. I've toured with the reggae band, been on WRS, I've done shows, Critical Breakdown, I've done all types of stuff like I didn't expect to. I hooked up with an artist in Vegas, even though I haven't been west of Kentucky. So I mean, the industry's been great so far. Being that I grew up in a hip hop culture, that background has helped me to appreciate different forms of music, just because with hip hop there's a lot of sampling involved as far as traditionally. And through sampling you learn about different forms of music. You learn about artists like Count Basie and Suzanne Vega, Tom's Diner. Gotcha. As far as my love, I feel like I appreciate different genres of music now that I've been making music. I can appreciate the dubstep guy, collaborating with the violinist. As far as consistent influences, there have been many, honestly. I've come across a lot of people. The three main ones I can talk about now. One, Off Kilter. Another one, Dave Zabita, aka Kabluna. And my big homie Kai. Biggest lesson, patience. They've each have taught me patience in different ways. As far as Dave, he taught me the patience with reading music. As far as Off Kilter, he taught me the patience with producing and sound choice. As far as Kai, he's taught me the patience with engineering. I'm trying to travel with my music as well, maybe to different countries, maybe London 2014, I don't know. It has been hard just because of me as a producer. It's been hard to, as far as getting my music out there, as far as selling it, because it's the business side of music. So that's the hardest part as far as getting people to actually invest in your craft, because you always have to sell a story and things don't always happen overnight. Like, for example, you can go to a music conference and meet with A&R or some Interscope like I did, and you'll think, okay, this is my ticket in, and then all of a sudden you're sitting at home still making beats. So it's not always just a straight shot. You have to pay your dues and you have to be patient.